Hello everyone, I am staying true to my word and I'm back with the Digitakt MK2 finishing that tune I was working on last time. And I know I said I was going to record it via overbridge into Logic and do a bit of mixing in there, but it gets a little bit fiddly, and sometimes if you've got the track nearly kind of finished like I have, I've just fleshed out the patterns a little bit more in the Digitakt, I might just keep it in here and try and do a bit of a performance and record it out. So I'm just going to record it as a stereo file rather than a multi-track and keep it simple. One thing I have done is to kind of balance this all out is go through all of the patterns, and I've actually just used a bit of master bus compression on each of the patterns, but I've been tweaking the kind of makeup gain just to balance out all the different patterns, the levels, because you will find when you build all these different variations that everything jumps around a little bit too much. So I've tried to do a bit of kind of level balancing in the Digitakt itself per pattern. Like if you can see this control jumping around, I've basically just kind of tried to balance everything as well as I can. So the patterns should kind of, especially when you go from like this one, which is the breakdown, you want to have a bit of a jump in level to the drop or to give it some impact. And a common trick is to just do like 1 dB of gain on the stereo file. You can even do like a mastering trick some people would do. So you got to make sure it kind of jumps up to the next pattern, or at very least doesn't go down in energy. Anyway, so I've put a little bit of thought into it, and I think I've got enough patterns to do a pretty good recording here. So let's just kind of fire away and see how I get on. A little bit harsh there, maybe.
Because it happened to such a small and insignificant form of life.
much just the ending. That's a pretty good take actually, apart from that one mistake, but I might be able to correct it. And then I'll just fade it down there. Cool. Pause. Right, so let's have a look at this. Because sometimes you can just do. If I find where this edit was. You see, it jumps around a little bit in level. So maybe some mastering compression on the whole thing. Like here. It's definitely jumping a bit. Yeah. So I think it's this hit. This kick here. Yeah, okay, let's find exactly where it is. It might be want to go right from this point. Yeah, like that. And then I can zoom in. It's a little bit jumpy there, isn't it? But I kind of like it though. I think this is just going to be what this tune is. And let's take this then, this single file into Logic, and just maybe a bit of mastering compression and limiting. And I might even have to do some more clip gain to balance it back out now listening to the kind of final version. Don't import. Let's just make sure our BPM is the same so it lines up with the grid. And then on here, let's just use this Townhouse bus compressor because it's so simple. So it's got a few spikes like here. I should definitely want to clip them. Limiter just to do like a little bit of the light work, and then maybe do a probe L to do most of the limiting. Okay, so I've got these two going. Get maybe down to 7 would be cool, but 8's not bad. This passage is a little bit louder than this one. So I wonder if I just need to balance that a little better.
Such a small and insignificant form of life.
I wonder if I have to replace this.
Significant form of life.
Oh, it almost wants like a whip in, doesn't it? Can I do a little edit here? Maybe like this. So it flips back. I could send this to a delay to make it ring out a bit better. Maybe we'd know. So this one, this is a bit of a, it just has a bit too much of a jump here. And I wonder if I could use a filter freak to just blend this bit. If you put it on clean and no mod, and I'm just going to filter sweep by mixing from nothing, mixing in and then sort of coming off here and like that. So you hear that, but we can fine tune this a bit better, I think. It doesn't want to go up to 100% maybe, and then it might be a bit cleaner. Just the end bit. That's way better. If I could copy that movement to someone like here, so we have this as well. No, let's leave that. That goes okay. If I needed this end bit here, because it kind of goes back into a different. So maybe I could have had this instead. Make it work a bit better. Maybe this thing can come back. Ooh, that actually really helped camouflage it a bit. Maybe I can do an edit here as well. So like just chopping up this whole file. One thing you can do is is to sweep it the other way. If I get another filter freak and this time do a high pass on it with the same idea and pull this frequency here but use this mix. I wonder if this will help. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, that was actually really good, but it just wants to come back there, doesn't it? Yeah, so just to create a bit more of a rise and fall. And maybe it wants to be higher, this frequency. No, undo that. It wants to be there. Works a little bit better as a have some sort of camouflaging. I wonder if this one would work better. I could do both on this bit actually. We could have it low pass and high pass. I definitely don't want that to be rising the whole way through. Okay, maybe this one copies as well. Let's try it. So like this. That definitely helps. Okay, a little bit of warble to finish it off, and I think that's actually kind of got it. It was really about camouflaging the point. So if you don't want to go through all the hassle of like multi-tracking to overbridge, you can just work on the stereo file and use a few little tricks, sort of clip gaining for some balancing, and then a bit of filter automation just to camouflage some of these edit points, and just sort of help make the whole track a bit more cohesive than coming out straight out of the Digitakt. So that might be all, just a short, sweet one today. And yeah, I've got lots of plans coming up for, I want to do an Akai video in the future, just making a tune on the Akai, more Digitakt stuff. I've got this new re-noise update to get into, and these break instruments I'm making on Patreon. So I literally have so many projects I don't like kind of pulling me in different directions at the moment that I'm really excited to get into. So that'll be the next kind of month, like couple of weeks. And then I've also, I think probably next month, so October, September time, I'm going to get back into these artist breakdown. And I'd love to do one on Artemis, but I basically throw these out to Patreon and see, kind of give my top 10 artists I'd love to do and let everyone vote and kind of pick the future of the channel, direction of the channel. So that's what's coming next from me. And yeah, I hope everyone's having a good summer, and I'll catch you very soon. Bye.
such a small and insignificant form of life.